All right, I'm back, and we are going to continue this class. Definitely, we're living through quite a bit right now, and so we're all going to have to be patient with each other, and when we have stuff to do, we'll work on it. While you're waiting for me to get stuff back to you, just be patient. You can review things, and we will definitely make it through the semester, and we'll get a lot out of this material. Okay, so we today are gonna still work with virtue ethics. We have a new presentation. This one is about something called mindset theory, and let's go to the main. Okay, so let me make sure this is off. All right, so mindset theory. This is actually from psychology, which most of you took last semester. We're going to see how psychology impacts philosophy, and it works both ways. So this is actually the first part of 2 parts for this lecture, and the reason why we're doing it that way is because I have 3 videos on YouTube I want you to watch. So let's go to the next slide. There are 3 YouTube videos that you were assigned to watch, and in, let's see, this video, we're going to go over those 3 videos, and there's an assignment, and that assignment will be your blog. So in your blog, you're going to answer 8 questions. There's going to be 1 question from the first video, 6 questions from the second one, and then 1 question from the third video. To submit your work, you will go on to the blog section on Blackboard, and then you'll be able to type in your answers. So I actually have changed this. I need to fix it on the fly. So type your answers into the blog on Blackboard. Okay. So the first video is one of those online tests. So you're going to take a test, and we'll see. It's not a test where you can fail it. It's going to tell you something about yourself, hopefully. And so where is this YouTube video? Here is the URL, the web address, and the name of it is "Do you have a growth or fixed mindset?" So you could actually just go onto YouTube, do a search, type this in, and you'll come to the video. Or you can type in this web address. It's 2 minutes and 2 seconds long. It's not a very long quiz. You might need to pause it at points just to give yourself a second to think about the question. There are, I believe, 6 questions on the quiz or the online test. And what you'll be doing is each time you choose your answer, it will have a point value. And you want to remember the point value, not the letter, because it's multiple choice, not the letter that you chose. In terms of the answers, are the same answers every single time. It's asking you if you strongly agree with something. So does that make sense to you? Yes, that sounds right. Or it's asking if you sort of, more than not, agree with it. And if that's the case, you'd choose that answer. And then it has the opposite. Does this sound wrong to you? Or does it sound more wrong than right to you? Right? That's not as strong a no. And a big part of answering these questions is that you just give whatever you think feels right to you in the moment. Right? It might change. These are not questions that you're supposed to think about for a long period. That's why it does move so quickly. is just how do you feel right now? What feels right in the moment if you were to answer that question? So the first question is, how many points did you end up with after taking the online test? So that'll be pretty easy. You'll just go into your blog one and say, I got this many points. Okay, we're going to discuss in the second part what the results mean. You'll see in the very end of this video, it splits into 3 different ranges. And it actually, those ranges become links in YouTube, and you can click and you can go on in the video to another video to tell you a little bit about that point range. You don't have to do that. We're going to talk about it in class, all 3 of them. But if you want to, you can. I just will let you know that this test is from a university, Brigham Young University, which is a religious university. So it's a Mormon school. And this test itself is not religious. It actually is completely based on the work of a psychologist named Dr. Carol Dweck. So it's very useful information. And so this school decided they're going to make a video, not just for their students, but any student online can take it. If you click in one level, it sort of explains a little bit of the psychology. And then at the end of that second video, if you click in, you can click into more videos. And then it does get more religious because it is a religious school. All we're concerned with is just the first video. You don't have to click any farther than that, and you just need to write down how many points you ended up with at the end. And it's tricky because the letter A might be 20 points if you choose it on the first couple questions, then all of a sudden it might be 10 points. It changes. So that's why I don't care what letter you chose, just write down the point value. Okay, so you're going to watch this. You're going to go through this online test, and you'll mark down your tally up how many points you got. The second video for you to watch is Carol Dweck, Dr. Carol Dweck. She's a psychology professor and out of Stanford, and she's become a bestseller. She's written some books, she's written many articles in psychology, but she's also now written some more mainstream books about some of the findings in her work. And we're going to watch a video of Dr. Dweck speaking, actually at Stanford. And so the title of the video is Developing a Growth Mindset with Carol Dweck. Here is the web address. And this one's a little bit longer. It's 9 minutes and 37 seconds. And it's just Carol Dweck, and she's just talking about what she does, her research. And it's all about this mindset theory. And let me lead into our questions. So while you're watching, this is going to be active watching. I want you to take notes while you're watching it. And you're going to be answering these questions for your blog. What is a growth mindset? She's going to talk about a growth mindset, and she's going to compare that to a fixed mindset. So question 3, what is a fixed mindset? And then she's going to talk about these 2 situations we might find ourselves in: the tyranny of the now and the power of not yet. So it asks, what does she mean by these phrases? And finally, she's going to talk about 2 different ways in which we praise people and students. And so one of those is called trait praise, and I ask, what is trait praise? And the last question here for this video is, what is process praise? Okay, that's the second video. And then the third video is by this guy right here, Trevor Reagan, and he learned about the work that Dr. Carol Dweck was doing, found it incredible, decided he wanted to devote much of his life to it. He created this company called Train Ugly, and he's created some videos that try to explain mindset theory. And he's pretty dynamic speaker. He's pretty decent at graphic design, and it's a good video to watch to try to get another perspective to learn more about mindset theory. So this one is called Growth Mindset Introduction, what it is, how it works, and why it matters. It's also on the longer side. It's 8 minutes and 25 seconds. And here is the web address. Okay, so what are you going to do while you watch that? It's going to be active watching again. Take notes. And this one you might need to pause at different points. One question: what are 3 things you learned in the Trevor Reagan video? So you're going to learn more about mindset theory here. Write down 3 things that you learned. Okay, those are the 3 videos. You need to go watch those first, and then we will come back for part 2, where we will discuss, or I'll discuss some of the videos, but also get much deeper into mindset theory, and we'll bring it back to what we're doing in this class, which is ethics, right? So, and specifically, the ethical theory we're on right now, which is virtue ethics. So what does this have to do with virtue ethics? You might start to see after watching these videos how it connects, but if you're still not sure, that question will be answered in the second part of the lecture. All right, I will be talking to everybody soon.